Yo, what's going on, y'all? It's Combo Breaker 99. I'm back with another video. All right, y'all. Fight weekend once again coming up October 16th, UFC Fight Night card. Aspen Ladd is going to be stepping into the octagon, not against Macy Chiasson though. They're not rescheduling that fight. She's going to be making her return and her debut at 145 against Norma Dumont. That's right. She's coming in as the main event, facing off against Norma Dumont at 145. Now I know how y'all feel about that. We'll talk about that in a minute here. As y'all know, Holly Holm, she was set to face Dumont, but she had to pull out due to a knee injury, so Aspen Ladd will be taking her place in the main event spot. As y'all know, Aspen Ladd was supposed to return 2 Saturdays ago against Macy Chiasson at 135, but she couldn't make the weight. She got on the scale, missed weight uh, with her clothes on. First time she missed weight. Then she stripped down, still came in at like 138, 139, even getting down to 138 or 139, she still looked pretty bad. She looked like she was in bad shape. So since she missed weight, Macy Chiasson, she chose not to take the fight, which I agree with. If she came into the fight depleted or just feeling bad or just in bad shape from the weight cut and her performance wasn't on point, you know, it wouldn't have been a full potential Aspen Ladd. And, people wouldn't have gave Macy Chiasson credit. That's one way to look at it. But some people blame Macy Chiasson, but in my opinion, it's Ladd's fault for accepting the fight at 135. If she wasn't sure she could make the weight. You know what I mean? It's like a discipline thing. If you say you can fight at 135, that's what you're expected to be at. Especially if you've already had to reschedule this fight twice. Not sure when Macy Chiasson is actually going to make her return now, since Aspen Ladd is stepping up to the plate at 145. But the fight looks like it's scrapped now. This was a fight I was looking forward to with as well. Because Aspen Ladd was number 3, and I always felt Macy Chiasson deserved to be higher. So I wanted to see them two go at it. But, like I said, it's scrapped now, so we don't know what's up with Macy Chiasson when they'll give her a new fight. I know first time out, it was due to an injury on Macy's side. She had an injury the first time, so they had to cancel the first time. This time it's Aspen Ladd's fault. So now, now with Macy Chiasson out of the picture, Aspen Ladd, she's going to be stepping up to 145. Um, Having trouble making 135, this will give her a chance to try her luck at another weight, test herself at featherweight, see if she can make 145 and feel good. So we'll see if it's a discipline thing or not. So going in there against Norma Dumont, who's also fought at 135, this will be a test for her. Norma Dumont actually fought at 135 a couple of times as well, and it didn't look good on her. She had trouble getting down to the weight as well. She came in overweight, I think, in her last fight going down to 135. So, this is good that Norma Dumont's back at 145. In my opinion, this isn't a fight, I was really looking forward to seeing. I can see why people disagree with Ladd getting a faster fight than Macy Chiasson in a main event at that. It's definitely not something we asked to see or think she deserves, but it's going to be a good test for her, to see if she can make 145 comfortably and look good at the weight. Now, looking good, it's going to be hard seeing that she's taking on a very tough uh, featherweight fight against Norma Dumont, especially her first fight. But with Ladd's experience, it shouldn't be a problem. Maybe at most just the size and the strength will factor in, but we'll see what type of adjustments Aspen Ladd can make against a bigger fighter. What type of defensive techniques she'll come up with for this type of fight, and see if she'll try to take this fight to the ground. Norma Dumont, we already know she's a fighter that was made for 145. Like I said, she tried to squeeze down to 135 before, and it didn't look good on her. It really affected her performance. But her last performance at 145, she looked on point. The weight fits her frame. She carries her power and her strength well at 145. Aspen Ladd, who's 5'6" with a 66-inch reach, really has the build of a bantamweight. If you just go through look at most of the bantamweights, they all go from, some of them are 5'7", but most of them are 5'6" and below. 5'6" and below. You look at all the featherweights, they're like 5'7" and up. So she has the build of a bantamweight, and she also started her career at 125. So she'll be going in there with a few slight disadvantages, but if her strength can carry up, she can make up for the reach, and she'll be able to fare well against Dumont if she can use her clinch control and her ground game. But Dumont, like I said, 5'7" with a 67-inch reach. She's taking on larger fighters like Felicia Spencer. She has the frame to handle this weight. Will Ladd be able to get this fight to the ground? That's the question. Will she be able to handle the clinch against a fighter like Dumont? I don't know. We haven't seen Ladd in the octagon since 2019 of December, almost 2 years. It's going to be 2 years, just shy of 1 month since she scored a stoppage win over Yana Kunitskaya. And before that, a stoppage loss to GDR. And in the Yana fight, I feel like she had a little bit of trouble against the taller, longer fighter until she actually caught up to her and landed that big left hook on Yana Kunitskaya. And we all know how the GDR fight went. We all know how that fight went, dealing with the tall, long fighter in that one. But This could be an action fight, of course. It could be an action fight. Ladd brings the action, so does Norma Dumont. It's just that Ladd has been out so long and coming in at 145, we don't know what version we'll see of her. Just because she could make that weight, that doesn't necessarily mean she's going to look good and be able to take the punch or the strength of a fighter like Norma Dumont. That could just show that, hey, she was just undisciplined to make 135 where she needs to be, right? We don't know. Dumont, she's a good striker. She can land in and out. She can be in and out with that style. She fights well in the clinch. Ladd puts on the pressure, has some pop on her strikes, and she does have a good left hook. And when she gets you to the ground, she knows how to control that top position. So I'm sure that Norma Dumont, she's going to be aware that Aspen Ladd is going to be looking to take it to the ground. So we'll see. In all honesty, I would have loved to see Macy Chiasson get this fight instead, seeing as how she did make the weight and she at least did try to, you know, you know, bust her, she bust her behind to get down to 135, and she did it. She got down to 136. She got down to the weight limit, and she was ready. So I think as a treat for Macy Chiasson, they should let her test herself at featherweight, seeing as how she has won the tough show at featherweight. And to me, she is a natural featherweight, so give her the shot. Let Macy Chiasson go in there because she could just walk in there now, make 145 easy, and be ready and put on a good fight. So, in my opinion, I think Macy Chiasson, she deserves this fight this weekend against Norma Dumont because I feel like it would be much more explosive and it would be a much more competitive fight. And it would be needed for a main event. See, with Aspen Ladd throwing her in there as a main event, just because she's number 3. She's been out for 2 years. She's never fought at the weight. Uh, Again, it would just kind of make it questionable. The performance would probably be questionable for a main event. But at least we know Macy Chiasson. She's a natural featherweight. She brings the action. She's ready. She was prepared already for the first fight. And, again, she was the Tough House winner, for the featherweight edition. So it makes sense, right? But, makes sense, but UFC politics don't always make sense. So they're giving Aspen Ladd the fight this weekend. As far as how it'll go, I'll probably give you a quick prediction later on in the live stream this week. But I just want to fill y'all in again that this weekend, Ladd and Dumont will be headlining this card October 16th. So that's two WMMA fights in a row this weekend. We had Marina Rodriguez, Mackenzie Dern headline this past weekend. And now this weekend we have Dumont and Ladd headlining. So that's good for the world of WMMA. There's a good side to it. So yeah, guys, let me know in the comment section how y'all think this fight's gonna go. Is this weight gonna suit Aspen Ladd, do you think, or do you think her height and size and frame is still gonna be at? Do you think she'll be at a disadvantage with her height, size, and frame? What do you think? Or you think she'll make the right adjustments? Guys, let me know in the comment section. Combo Breaker 99. I'm out. Subscribe. Peace.